tell you exactly what's going to happen. You're going to end up getting arrested.
For what?
Right? Listen, that.
No, for
we're
what?
speaking to a supervision at the moment, okay? Based on the current threat levels and the incident that happened yesterday,
we'll get an order out.
Ended up getting seized, okay, under the terrorism laws, okay?
Your body cameras will also be made public knowledge to me, and I'll use them.
One camera, one council building, and suddenly a routine filming session turns into a terrorism-style confrontation. Welcome back to Audit Lens, where we break down police encounters, examine the powers used, and separate genuine legal authority from pressure, assumptions, and overreach.
I'm just wondering what you're doing.
I've just explained to one of the civic enforcement officers I'm filming.
What are you filming?
Anything I can see from public.
Right, and is there a reason behind that?
It's for a story.
Right, okay. Can I take your details, please?
What would you like my details for?
Because obviously in the interests of public safety and everything like that, when somebody is out filming and having a look around public buildings,
Right.
we have a duty of care
Right.
to check you out.
What, a duty of care to whom?
To the general public.
I'm part of the general public.
Yes.
I don't have to give you my details then.
Right, I can just get other people.
Well, other people I'm still not obliged to give you my details.
I'm asking because
And
at
I'm
the
refusing.
moment, I don't know whether you are committing any criminal offences in this area.
I'm certainly not.
This gentleman is out filming and is pointing up, looking at all the cameras, and obviously in light
Identify the cameras up there.
in light of.
I'm not filming that. I'm filming up there. I was filming up there when this lady approached.
What's the issue? Like?
There isn't an issue.
I'm just wondering why he's filming public buildings.
Yeah, why?
Well,
council
I'm perfectly entitled to film anything I
No,
can.
because we
Wait, hang on. Wait a minute. I'm perfectly entitled to film anything I can see from a public place, including council buildings that are owned by the public.
Okay, we have concerns about public safety.
And your concerns are?
We don't know who you are and
That's
what
not a concern.
links it is.
It isn't.
In the day and age that we are in.
Are you accusing me of being a terrorist?
I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but
Do you have reasonable
I am
suspicion to
duty-
believe that I'm up to
I think-
anything other than?
I don't know what you're
Right.
up to.
Go on to Google filming in public. It'll and even
Don't
legislation.
tell me what I need to do.
Right. Well. Don't tell me that I need to give you my details when I know that I don't.
I'd like you to move away from this area, please. Otherwise,
You need
I
a section
have-
60. You need to remove somebody from an area without probable cause. You need a section 60.
well, I'm concerned for public safety and what you are doing
Well,
in this area.
I've told you what I'm doing in this area.
Well, you need to move away from here now.
From the opening seconds, the questioning becomes central. Forced Awakenings explains why he is filming, yet the officer treats his explanation as requiring approval. Lawful activity does not become unlawful because an officer remains unconvinced. She then demands his details, citing safety and duty of care, while admitting she does not know of any offense.
I'll move to the other side of the road, if that's all right.
You've obviously got nothing else better to do with your time, have you?
Well, that's not your concern. What I do with my time is nobody's concern but mine.
Fair enough.
Okay? Can I ask you to identify yourself? You haven't got any numbers on your pellets?
1,000.
1,000. And name?
Sarah Bainbridge.
And yours?
2629. You're also on body cam.
Yeah, that's fine. And you're based here?
Yes.
Yeah, excellent.
Well, I'm based out of Darlington.
Right, okay, excellent. Hello there.
Oh yeah, you're
Hello.
This gentleman is filming. He's now refusing to give any details, and
I'm not obliged to.
I can't understand why he's out filming buildings, council buildings, refusing to give any details in light of the incidents that we're having around the area at the moment.
And those incidents, whatever they may be, no concern of mine,
But
nothing
I
to do with
don't
me.
know who you
Well-
are, and I can't check you out.
Well, you don't need to.
Yes, I do, because I have a duty of care to
I'll
the
tell
public.
you what it is, mate. It's anti-terrorism.
There's no terrorist threat at the moment.
But I don't know who you
what
are.
What do you mean there's no terrorist threat? At the
There's-
moment, we're still on high.
There's no terrorist threat at the moment, and nor has there been over the past 5 years towards any public buildings.
That's a lie, because there was one yesterday actually.
Was there? Well, I wasn't aware of that.
Well,
Where was
there
that?
you go.
So where was
we
that?
don't know.
So here.
Yes, it was actually.
Right.
Yeah,
There's one to the council officers as well.
Right. That's nothing to do with me. No
That's why
concern of
you've
mine.
been
How do we
Challenge
know
for your
that?
Well,
Which is
were
why
they
I'm asking for your
they stood
details.
outside with a mobile phone?
Look, we're not getting into this.
Well-
I am now asking you to leave the area because I feel that you,
On what grounds?
because you are
No,
alarming the public.
No. Which section of the law? You give me the section of the law, I'll quite happily move.
You just need.
Beg your pardon? I'm just
I never said one word.
you liar.
because we're filming you as well. at the
That's
same
that's
time.
fine. It's public.
Just stand
It's
here
perfectly
until you
okay.
move out of the
It's
way.
okay, perfectly okay to film in public, which is what I was explaining to your colleague.
You gave me your details, and I could
Right. So
be happy that there is
my
nothing
details,
untoward.
my details won't give you any other information.
I would like to check you out
Well,
so that I am happy that I can leave you unattended on
You-
the side
you
of
can.
the road.
When another officer joins, the assumption intensifies. Filming a council building is treated as suspicious because it falls outside expectations. The concern becomes identity. They do not know who he is. But unfamiliarity alone does not create legal grounds. References to terrorism cannot transform ordinary filming into reasonable suspicion without facts connecting him to wrongdoing.
You've got no actual reason other than curiosity as to why I'm filming to be stood here
I want
asking.
to know who you are
Well,
to
I
make
don't-
sure.
I don't have to identify myself, and you're well aware of that. I know the law just
Right,
as much
very
as you.
shortly, I will to prevent a breach of the peace.
You can't prevent a breach of the
I
police
can prevent
if
a breach
none
of
was
the
going
peace.
to take place. I'm not breaching anybody's peace.
I have colleagues and members of the council staff who are very concerned about why you were out here filming in light of the incidents
I'm
yesterday.
filming a story. I'm not filming in light of those incidents.
Well,
Those incidents
until
weren't
I
even
can-
known to me until
I
you made
can
them aware.
Prove or negate either way. All I want is your details to make sure that no members of the public are a threat
They're
by
not.
you. Well,
My details wouldn't give you any more information about that.
people tell me every day
Well,
how good they are.
I'm
and
sure.
that
I'm not
they
saying.
are
I'm
no
not saying.
threat.
Hang on. I'm not saying I'm good. What I'm saying, I'm not denying either way.
Everybody says every time, all the time, with interactions with the police, it wasn't me.
That's because
I'm no threat.
That's because your interaction, instead of accepting what I'm doing is perfectly legal, is to cite laws that don't exist. Say that
cited a law that doesn't
you
exist.
told me that you were going to move me. You can't move me without that section, without the powers under a section.
I have reasonable grounds to believe you.
If you're asking me to move,
Yes.
right, and you can state me a section of the law, I'll move quite happily. That's a perfectly reasonable
It's
request.
Fine. It's fine because we've got supervision
do you
coming in.
understand what the current levels of
If
threat at the moment?
right, if there
I
has
know
been,
what the word evident means. I'm sure you do. You seem like an intelligent
if there
person.
has been a threat yesterday of some sort, then yes, I can understand.
Right. So
But
now
I,
you
but,
understand.
but I wasn't aware of that until you told me.
Right.
And
So now that's why we need your details.
well, you don't need my details.
Yes, we do.
So do you have the details whoever it was who you spoke to yesterday?
You know what's going to happen, right? I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. You're going to end up getting arrested.
For what?
Right? Listen, that.
No, for
we're
what?
speaking to our supervision at the moment, okay? Based on the current threat levels and the incident that happened
now we'll
yesterday,
get an
that
order out.
ended up getting seized, okay, under the terrorism laws.
The interaction shifts from public safety and moves to personal frustration. Nearby incidents are used to increase suspicion, yet no clear connection is established with him filming. When he challenges that reasoning, the response moves toward anti-terror language and claims that his presence is alarming others. But policing decisions require objective grounds rather than discomfort.
Okay,
Your body cameras will also be made public knowledge to me, and I'll use them.
that's fine. I want to know.
I just
we wanna
can't
know
see
who
why
you
you're
are.
being
Well,
so obstructive. We'll
I'm not
come
being
along.
obstructive at all.
Yeah, but
I'm
you
not
are.
obliged. No, there's no obstruction because I'm not obliged by law to give you
Well, that's
unless
fine,
you
you can fight that in court then.
unless you
Yeah.
reasonably assume. I don't need to because it wouldn't go to court.
Well, you're being
You'd be looking at a lawsuit.
You're being obstructive. I don't care.
I'm not being obstructive at all.
care.
Refusing to give my details when being asked is not an
Listen,
obstruction.
You've asked for our details, okay?
Because I'm, as a member of the public,
Yeah.
and you've been civil servant, you are legally obliged to give me those details upon request.
You've obviously got nothing else better to do.
Well, but that's my concern, not yours.
Yeah.
If I was stood on the other side of the road without a camera, you wouldn't have approached me. It's purely because I'm filming. Filming is a perfectly legal activity.
Because we don't know why you are filming.
But I've told you why I'm filming, for a story,
A story for what?
for YouTube, for my blog.
Right. So who are you? If
I
you-
don't have to identify myself. And you're well aware of the law regarding identification, stop and search powers and procedures. Good luck with that. You're detaining me.
I'm not detaining you.
So you just said to me I'm not going anywhere at the minute.
Listen, where do you intend to go next? Because I'm just going to follow you, right?
That's no concern of yours.
Right, well listen, I'm just going to follow you because we need to speak to you about what you're doing.
You can follow me wherever you like,
that's fine then,
but
alright.
don't tell me that I'm not going anywhere
Alright.
because that's a threat of detainment unlawfully.
Right, listen.
Okay.
Would you like to come back round to the police station
I don't
while
need to.
we speak to you?
No, I don't need to.
You don't need
No.
to. Right, where are you going now?
I'm not telling you.
I'm going to follow you then, okay?
You follow me.
Okay.
This is harassment. Yeah, so anyway, I went in to see him, and basically he fobbed me off back to his offices most of the way. He did say that they would be doing some training over sort of data protection and dealing with photographers. Whether they did or not, I don't know. I didn't take it any further. I wasn't after them for money. It's not why I do this. It's just to show them as the bullies that they were, and hopefully they'll learn the lesson.
The situation escalates when breach of the peace powers are raised, despite no obvious violence, confrontation, or imminent disorder. General concern from staff does not automatically create the threshold required for intervention. And when Forced Awakenings asks for the specific legal power being relied upon, the answer remains unclear. Then the language becomes even more serious. Arrest is threatened, and the possibility of seizing his camera under terrorism legislation is raised. But simply mentioning a powerful law does not create the grounds needed to use it. The most revealing moment comes when he challenges the officers to explain their authority. Instead of clearly identifying the power, the discussion appears to move toward finding something that might justify the decision already being pursued. And it doesn't end there. After Forced Awakenings walks away, an officer follows and questions where he is going, suggesting they may still need to speak with him. If there is a genuine legal basis for continued intervention, that basis should be clear, not something left hanging in the air. Later, the complaint reportedly results in data protection training. That detail is important because accountability does not always end with an arrest or dramatic confrontation. Sometimes the consequence is a quieter correction behind the scenes. If you found this breakdown useful, make sure you like the video, share it, and subscribe to Audit Lens for more police accountability analysis. Until next time, stay informed, stay aware, and know your rights.